Hello everybody, today I'm doing another MLB video. This is going to be my top 50 Major League Baseball players who I think are the best on paper and are my favorites. I have a list of the top 50 players, so we're going to talk about it today. If you do like this video, hit that like button down below. Let me know down in the comments if you agree or disagree with my list. Hit the subscribe button, and we're going to get started here. At number 50, we have Marcus Semien of the, well, guess right now the Blue Jays. Marcus Semien, very good shortstop. I think he's somebody who has had some good years and had some bad years. Marcus Semien, 2019 broke out. Many other years, yeah, he wasn't that great, but I still think he has the potential to be a top shortstop in baseball. Marcus Semien's a very good player, and I definitely think he deserves to be in the top 50 players in baseball. At number 49, we have Jose Ramirez of the Cleveland Indians, their third baseman. Jose Ramirez, he is known for his hitting. He had an insane hitting season in 2020, and in years prior, 2017, 2016, he had very good hitting stats. 2019, 2018 were down seasons, but even though they were down seasons, they were still pretty good offensive years for Jose Ramirez, and for most players in baseball, it was a good offensive stats. I think Jose Ramirez is a very good baseball player, definitely top 50 player. Next up, Pete Alonso at number 48. This dude's the home run king. With anything, he's the home run king. He just hits home runs. That's the thing he does. He hits home runs. He's not the best defensively. He doesn't get on base the best, but he hits home runs. He brings power. Rookie season broke a record for most home runs in a rookie season. It was just a great year for Pete Alonso. I think he's a top 50 player. Borderline though. Next up at number 47, underrated pitcher in my opinion, JackFlaherty. I don't know why people don't talk about him anymore. I think he's a really good pitcher. The ace of the St. Louis Cardinals staff, he's a really good pitcher. JackFlaherty, number 47. He just gets guys out. That's the thing about him. He's a good ace, and I think he's a good pitcher. People should talk about more often. Good player. Next up, Yasmani Grandal of the Chicago White Sox. No, that's James McCann that went to the New York Mets. But Yasmani Grandal, very good catcher. He's a very good catcher. He's good at framing. He's good at defense. He's good at offense. He has good power. He's an overall solid catcher. He's arguably the best catcher in baseball. I still think it's JT Realmuto, but definitely Yasmani Grandal, top 50 player. He's a very good baseball player. At number 45, another Chicago White Sox, Tim Anderson. If we were talking about this 2 years ago, or even a year ago, not in the top 50 because he was not actually that good of a player. The reason why is because these last 2 seasons he has hit so well. Insanely well. He has, above 300 average. He gets on base and a crazy amount. Great baseball player, Tim Anderson. Before wasn't great because his hitting was, mediocre at best, and his defense was awful. His defense was awful. It still is very bad. He's one of the worst defensive shortstops in baseball. He's not good defensively, but definitely top 50 player because of that hitting. Number 45. Number 44, number 43, we have Josh Donaldson and Giancarlo Stanton. Josh Donaldson, I think some people, when they do their top 50 lists on baseball, their YouTubers that are more popular, they didn't include Josh Donaldson. Why? I don't know, but he's definitely a top 50 player. Yes, he was injured in the 2020 season, but even in the 2020 season, he still had almost 10 home runs, and he only played in half of the season. I think he had 9 home runs or something like that. It was very good for only playing less than half of the season. He still hit very well. Yes, he didn't hit great contact, but nobody did. There was not many players in 2020 who actually did for a lot of teams. A lot of players had down years because of the COVID season. I still think he's a top 50 player from years prior. Giancarlo Stanton, same thing. Yes, he was injured, but we know with the Marlins and with some of the years at the Yankees, he just has insane home run power. 50 home run potential. It's just insane. Giancarlo Stanton, top 50 player. Next up, we have Darvish, Trent Grisham, and Whit Merrifield at number 42, 41, and 40. Darvish, very good pitcher. Very good from the 2020 season. Definitely a top 50 pitcher, I think. And then Trent Grisham and Whit Merrifield, very good hitters. Both of them, I think, are very underrated. Especially Whit Merrifield, somebody I think nobody talks about. I think more people talk about Trent Grisham because he's on the Padres and we know what season the Padres had. But Whit Merrifield at number 40, very good bat. He gets on base, has like 200. He gets usually 200 hits a season, has about 300 average. And he can play multiple positions. He can play the outfield. He can play second base. He's a good baseball player. I think Whit Merrifield is a good baseball player. Next up, at number 39 and 38, we have JD Martinez and Hyun-Jin Ryu. So JD Martinez at number 39, I think arguably one of the best DHs in baseball. 2020 was a down season, but he still hits very, very well. Hits for power. He hits on that Boston Red Sox team who has good offense. He took a step back, like I said, last season, but still very good hitter, top 50 player. And then Hyun-Jin Ryu, another guy I kind of said. So we have Hyun-Jin Ryu, who is a very good pitcher, pitched very well this season. And two other good pitchers are Blake Snell and Chris Sale, who are at number 37 and number 36. Chris Sale was injured at number 36, but number 37, Blake Snell, very good pitcher. 2018 Cy Young. Chris Sale if he comes back healthy, he'll be a very good player, still a very good pitcher. Even though he was injured, I still think from years prior, he's still a very good pitcher. At number 35, we have Nelson Cruz, I think the best DH in baseball, not just because I'm a Twins fan, but I just think he is. He's 40 years old, and he's hitting 40 home runs a season. He was on pace to hit 40 home runs this year, again. He had 16 home runs, and he was on pace to hit 40. And he's, he didn't even play the full 60 games. He played most of them, but he did miss like 5 or 6 games, and he still hit 16 home runs. Like, he was a really good baseball player. He would have hit another 40 home runs. Nelson Cruz, best DH in baseball. At number 34, Dinelson Lamet, and number 33, Rafael Devers. I'm going to put these two together because they're two young guys who had some breakout seasons. Dinelson Lamet, 2020 breakout, and we have Rafael Devers, who was the 2019 breakout. Very good players, definitely top 50 players. Rafael Devers hits. Dinelson Lamet, he pitches. And then number 32, Jose Abreu, one of the best first basemen in baseball. Just good hitter overall, Jose Abreu. I think he's underrated because I don't think that too many people talk about him anymore, but I think he's a really good baseball player. And then number 31, we have Alex Verdugo, the guy that the Red Sox got from Mookie Betts. I think he's underrated. I think he's crazy underrated. And he's a really good hitter. He did very well in Boston. And I mean, I think he's going to be the main guy of that team for the next few years. Him on that team is going to be a very good baseball player, I think. Him with Xander Bogaerts and JD Martinez. That's going to be a good offense for the next few years. At number 30, Matt Chapman, arguably one of the best third basemen in baseball. Amazing glove. Defensively disgusting. Offensively, he's pretty good. 2020 was injured, did take a step back because he was injured, but I still think Matt Chapman is probably the best defensive shortstop or defensive third baseman in baseball. Matt Chapman at number 30. At number 29 and number 28, we have two pitchers, Trevor Bauer and Walker Buehler. Trevor Bauer, Walker Buehler, two very good pitchers. They pitch innings, they pitch well. Now, Trevor Bauer, I will say, is a little bit overrated. I don't think he's like a Garrett Cole. I don't think he's like a Justin Verlander. I don't think he's like a Max Scherzer. Only reason being, this is his only season he's done Cy Young. There was another season, I think, that was pretty good, but it was a 60-game season, and most of his other years he posted like a 3, like some years he even posted a 4 ERA. So is he going to continue that? I wouldn't pay $30 million for him because you don't know what he's going to be like the next season. Next up at number 28, Walker Buehler. I think I've already just said that. Walker Buehler, young guy, very good pitcher. I would say the second pitcher on that Dodgers team of the 2020 season did take a step back. Wasn't fully up to his health, but good pitcher. At number 27 and number 26, we have Ozzie Albies. So 27 is Ozzie Albies, very good hitter, good baseball player. He's on the Braves that have a good offense. He's a really good baseball player. He gets on base. You can put him in the number 1 or 2 hole, and he's going to get on base. He's going to get a hit. He is just a good baseball player. He's a really good baseball player and crazy young. I can't believe how good he is at that young of an age. And then Steven Strasburg's at number 26. I don't think he's better than Max Scherzer. I really don't, but he definitely is a very good pitcher. But I just wanted to say that right now. He's a good pitcher. He's a really, really, really good pitcher. We saw what he did in the 2019 playoffs, but not better than Max Scherzer. At number 25 and number 24, we have Xander Bogaerts and Gleyber Torres, two offensive first shortstops. We know that Gleyber Torres and Xander Bogaerts both are not that great defensively, especially Gleyber Torres. They both are very good offensively, though. Very good. The reason why I have Gleyber Torres one spot ahead in 24, just because he's hit 30 home runs in his first 2 seasons. Bogaerts has potential to do that, but he hasn't really had a 30, home run season recently. So I would definitely say Gleyber Torres is a little bit better. You could, though, make the argument for Bogaerts. At number 23 of Clayton Kershaw, I think the best pitcher on the Dodgers right now because Walker Buehler took that step down. But Clayton Kershaw, very good pitcher, strikes guys out. He's a good baseball pitcher. I think he's not washed up. I don't think he's not that good anymore. I still think he's really good. At number 22, we have JT Realmuto, the best catcher in baseball. Having him at number 22 might be a little bit crazy, almost a top 20 player, but he's that good of a catcher. I think he's kind of like, if I was to compare him to a catcher of like all time that was recently, I would definitely say somebody like Joe Mauer. Just because when I think of him, he's great defensively, and he hits very well. He's a very good hitter. I think JT Realmuto, your best catcher in baseball. Excuse me. Next up at number 21, we have Jose Altuve. I don't care if he cheated. Still a very good baseball player. Second baseman who did very, very good. I think he's a very good baseball player. At number 20, number 19, two oldens, but very good pitchers. Max Scherzer and Justin Verlander. Two guys who are pretty old, but still are very good pitchers. Justin Verlander, the fine wine. I think if you know some of the more famous YouTubers out there, baseball YouTubers, some of them call him the fine wine because he gets better with age. It's true. He gets better with age. He's just like I know they compare him a lot to Nelson Cruz, but pitching. Very good pitcher, gets better every year he goes out. Yes, he was injured. Max Scherzer, also very good, has had some crazy seasons at number 20 and 19. Number 18, another pitcher, Shane Bieber. The reason why I think he's ahead of them is because he's younger and he's been pitching very well. I think he's better than Trevor Bauer because he's younger, first of all, and he's not had a really bad season. He hasn't. And the seasons he's played in the majors, he's been very good. Crazy young potential. I'm not going to like when he's up against the Twins. At number 17, we have Trevor Story. I think one of the best defensive shortstops in baseball. He hits. In Colorado, he just mashes. Great baseball player. One of the best shortstops in baseball. Good player at number 17. Number 16, Alex Bregman. Again, kind of same thing with Jose Altuve. He did cheat, but he's still a good player. He's shown potential. I would say the best offensive bat on that team. Who did, even though the cheating, he's still a very good player. Alex Bregman, he's still very scary. Next up, the next 4 spots, all very good hitters. Corey Seager, Aaron Judge, Bryce Harper, and Christian Yelich at 15, 14, 13, 12. The big common factor with all 4 of those guys is they hit home runs. They do. Corey Seager, insane 2020, hit home runs. Aaron Judge, insane 2017 season, I think it was, when he hit 50 home runs for his rookie season. Bryce Harper, he hits crazy amounts of home runs. Very, very good guy, a young guy. And Christian Yelich, we know what he did with the Brewers when he had some of those insane seasons. One of the best players. Those are 4 great guys. And number 11, just missing out the top 10, Freddie Freeman, best first baseman in baseball. Very good player. Won the National League MVP. He's a good player. Good baseball player. And I think he's best first baseman in baseball. I think he's probably one of the best bats on. He's definitely 1 or 2 on the for the best bats on the Braves. At number 10, starting off the top 10, Francisco Lindor, best shortstop in baseball. Okay, I don't care. He's the best shortstop in baseball. I do have somebody ranked ahead of him, Fernando Tatis at number 9, but I still think that these 2 players, very good shortstops, and I think they're very good baseball players overall. Francisco Lindor, Fernando Tatis, very young. Very good shortstop. Number 10, Francisco Lindor. Number 9, Fernando Tatis. Two very good shortstops. At number 8 and number 7, the two best pitchers in baseball, Garrett Cole and Jacob deGrom. Man, Garrett Cole and Jacob deGrom. Some people say Cole's better, but he's not. Garrett Cole's not better than Jacob deGrom. He's good. He's good. He's had some good seasons, but deGrom's won the Cy Young multiple times. Best pitcher in baseball. Number 8, Garrett Cole. Number 7, Jacob deGrom. You can't argue they're the best pitchers in baseball. At number 6, just missing out the top 5, I have Cody Bellinger. The only reason is because he had a down season in 2020. Still has potential to hit 40 home runs. Very, very good baseball player. Cody Bellinger is a very good baseball player at number 6. Number 5, starting off with number 5, the best hitter, in my opinion, on the Braves, Ronald Acuna. Ronald Acuna is one of these guys who's like 20 years old, and he just has the best hitting stats. He has such good hitting stats. Very good player, Ronald Acuna, number 5. At number 4, we have Nolan Arenado. I think this dude is very good. He just got traded to the Cardinals. He has a disgusting glove. I would say the second best glove behind Matt Chapman, and has one of the best offense, overall guys in baseball. Very good player. Number 4, I think Nolan Arenado playing with Cardinals is going to be a very good. Now my top 3, starting out at number 3, we have Juan Soto. Juan Soto at number 3. I mean, of a lot of people who do top 50s like these last few seasons, Juan Soto's up there. And he is so young. He's like 21 years old, and he's so good. Such a good baseball player. Juan Soto is going to be one of the best breakout players going up in these next seasons. Juan Soto, number 3. And then number 2, Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts of the Los Angeles Dodgers, best player. They got him from the Red Sox. They got him. Now they have Betts and Bellinger. I mean, that's a great team, and Mookie Betts is a very good offensive hitter. Mookie Betts, number 2, I would say the second best baseball player. And number 1, surprise, surprise, Mike Trout. All I need to say here is he's the best baseball player in baseball, and one of the best baseball players in baseball history. Just what you've done. I don't really think I need to say too much. If you're a baseball fan, you probably know why Mike Trout's the best baseball player in baseball. He's a 5-tool athlete. He has power. He gets on base. He has speed. He has good defense. He has a good arm. There's nothing not to like about Mike Trout. Best baseball player in baseball. If you did like this video, hit that like button down below. Let me know in the comments. Do you agree with my list? Is there any positions you think that were kind of weird, or do you agree? And I'll see you guys in the next video. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button like I said below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.